Summer League is in full swing, so let's go coast to coast, check in on some of the action with some friends that we used to see on the floor and now we see on the sidelines in Vegas. Zion Williamson, he checked in at Summer League. He was supporting his Pelicans team yesterday. He only played 30 games last season because of injuries. They were 10-20 with him in the lineup. Tim, do you think this is a make or break season for Zion and his future with New Orleans?
Well, I certainly think it is a fresh start for Zion. Had there not been a change in the front office, I believe he would have been on the trade block this summer. Obviously, you've got Joe Dumars coming in. It's a get-to-know-you phase. It is an opportunity for Zion this season to prove first that he can stay healthy and also that he can be the face of the franchise in New Orleans.
And I certainly hope that we get to see that play out because he's so exciting and fun to watch when he is on the floor. Another star in attendance in Vegas, Trae Young. He is eligible for a 4-year extension for a projected $222 million this summer. Woohoo! Our Bobby Marks joining us now. You know the money, Bobby. Would this be a smart move for Atlanta?
It wouldn't, not right now, Malika. Certainly for an Atlanta team that has revamped their roster. 4 for $222. Remember, he's been eligible since the NBA Finals ended here, and I think in a day and age of smart roster building, committing $50 million per year for Trae Young right now is not the smart move.
I do like, though, the roster that the Atlanta Hawks have put together this summer. They could really be poised to make an interesting run. All right, Ja Morant, he spoke to Dave McMenamin. Confidence high, as it always is with the Grizzlies.
I'm always confident in us. My mindset now is just, make sure I'm out there and available. And I feel like, when I'm out there on the floor, we got an opportunity versus any team. So it's a lot of talent in the West, but yeah.
Not quite I'm fine in the West, but not far off. Iman, you're up. Ja says Memphis has a shot against any team out there. How dangerous can this Grizzlies group be?
I mean, I'm going to agree with you, Ja. As long as you're out there, you guys have a chance, and you are dangerous within your own right. I don't know how dangerous you guys are as far as going at the end of a game with the OKC Thunder or Anthony Edwards sitting over there. These guys, year in, year out, get better, and I feel like you need to pay more attention to making sure you guys make that jump because there's some guys that are on your heels.
Well, guys like maybe Anthony Edwards. Check this out. Ant was sitting courtside in Vegas when a young fan, he came up for an autograph, but here's the catch. You see Anthony Edwards wearing his jersey, and he was excited to sign that one. You think he's equally as excited to sign this one? Not enough bad blood to reject the signing the merch, though. The Wolves, they're currently 10-1 odds to win the West, according to ESPN Bet Sportsbook. That is one of the things I love about Summer League. You have a great chance. If you're a kid and you go to Vegas, you get to get an autograph, to meet your heroes. But this is tied with the Clippers for the 5th shortest odds in the conference. The Wolves, they've reached 2 straight Western Conference finals. Bobby, I'm going to start with you here. Do you see Ant and the Wolves taking the next step this season?
I do, but there's going to be an X factor here, Malika, and we're here in Las Vegas, and it's my X factor is Terrence Shannon Jr., who we've seen over the course of the last week. There's going to be a high expectation for Shannon Jr., not just to be part of this rotation with the loss of Nickeil Alexander-Walker, but contribute. We saw it in the playoffs here. He is the guy to keep an eye on as far as for Minnesota, a team that returns their starting 5 and certainly their core players with Dante DiVincenzo and Naz Reid. So it's certainly a big offseason for Minnesota, but I think it does start with Terrence Shannon Jr.
I think it's interesting seeing Berenger there, also from France, also a center. I'm wondering how that's going to be long-term with Rudy Gobert, or if that is a plan to give the Timberwolves some flexibility here. But, Iman, when I say take the next step, it's tough, because when you've gone to the Western Conference Finals 2 straight years, the next step is being better, beating OKC, and making it to the NBA Finals. That's tough.
I mean, it's a tough road, but the crazy thing is we all watch these playoffs, and we all know that Ant-Man learning how to play chess instead of checkers is going to be scary. And I say that to say the double team bothered him. It made him uncomfortable. It made him indecisive. I say checkers because they're just playing. You score. score, I score. You score, I score. But when he gets to that methodical, just, I'm getting to this spot. I'm going to get you your first foul at this time. I'm going to get you your second foul at this time.
Kind of what we saw Shea do.
Exactly. And when you see guys start to do that and they start to eliminate your gifts on the other end just because they figured it out, then you start to say that guy could play chess. He's a little more dangerous than I thought. Let's respect him.
Yeah, and look, Ant is an all-NBA player who is still ascending. He is still a developing young talent at 23 years old. I ran into Chris Finch when I was out in Vegas, and Finch talked about a step he wants to see Ant take this summer, and that's learning how to attack from the mid-range, like Shump's talking about here. You know, and I asked, okay, who's an example that does that really well? Talking about Kevin Durant, catching the ball in areas, making quick decisions, attacking quickly, that it's difficult to double team him. And, you know, that's the next step for Ant. He really improved as a decision maker this year. That's been a point of emphasis for Chris Finch with Ant over recent years. And I think Minnesota can be better next year, but when we talk about getting over the hump, the hump is the Oklahoma City Thunder, who is chock full of ascending talent. And let's just be honest, the conference finals, that was not a competitive series.
Right. And it's not out of the question to say that Oklahoma City is better than they were last year. They have the experience now. They have a championship under their belt. They know what it takes. Anthony Edwards is going to have to raise his game. The good news is his favorite player, Kevin Durant. Someone he studies, Kevin Durant. Someone he looks up to, Kevin Durant. And someone he took pride in beating, Kevin Durant. So if there's someone to get in the lab with or get in the lab and watch, you certainly know he's motivated to do that. All right, we got a busy show here. We're minutes away from revealing the ESPYs winner for the best NBA player live here on NBA Today. Will it be Jason Tatum, SGA, the Joker, Giannis? Plus, in the spirit of award season, we thought we would crown this season's winners, best dunks, best dimes, plays of the year, looking ahead to who we think can take the leap next season. And our friend Richard Jefferson, he made waves, because of course he did, this week when he said it, quote, sucks playing with LeBron James. Well, it's lucky that Shump is here to decipher what Richard's ramblings meant.